Hello, my darling. This is Shannon Marie, and I have decided to start a YouTube channel for my dreamandthegirl.blogspot.com blog. So I started the Dream and the Girl blog about 2 years ago, and for the last year I have not written on it. I have been writing a very spiritual blog that is basically my outlet about everything spiritual, basically. I've been on this very deep personal and spiritual evolutionary journey the past few years, and it got to the point where I needed to express all these thoughts and concepts and ideas that were running through my mind. So that has been my outlet for that. But at the same time, since writing has always been such a mode of therapy for me, I have decided to explore and address the other very present elements of my personal life. And I would describe that as the very California girl, LA native, valley girl, city girl, sassy girl, sensual, spunky, romantic. All those things are very much who I am. And to be able to express and write about that part of myself is what Dream and the Girl is. So I've decided to make videos, since I feel like seeing a video is like painting a picture of what you read on someone's blog. So here I am, I've come to life. So what I want to discuss today is the topic that I have been writing about since I've been writing back on Dream and the Girl. In the time that I've been writing again on Dream and the Girl, I've been writing about my relationship. And I will discuss a little bit about this relationship. So, as I mentioned, there is this very spiritual side of myself, and in that journey over the past few years, I came to the conclusion that I just was not meant to have a romantic relationship with anyone, and that was okay with me. And I say that because I would meet these amazingly gorgeous men, very smart, educated, which I like, these just amazingly incredible guys, but I would never feel that spark. That romantic spark that you feel when you meet someone sexy and perfect. So, obviously wasn't perfect because I didn't feel that. So I just chalked that up to me being on a spiritual journey, and that was okay with me. Until I met a very special someone, and this relationship ignited something inside of my soul. It was incredible, and the best way I can describe it is pure bliss is what we shared when we were together. It was unlike anything I'd ever felt. And I've chosen to talk about this today because after 5 months and a day of being with him, I broke up with him just a week ago, 7 days ago today. And it has not been an easy week. You would think that when someone chooses to break up with someone that they're fully capable of handling the emotional baggage that comes along after. But it's been a pretty messed up week. I'm actively in love with this guy, and he's madly in love with me as well. But I will sum it up the best way that I can. And I will just simply say that I made this decision based on the fact that I was following my heart. So you may say, well, if it was so perfect, then why'd you break up with him? And yes, it was perfect and it was amazing. But I didn't see him very much. We didn't spend all that much time together. And when we did, it was blissful and so amazing. But he wasn't the best at balancing everything that he had going on in his life. So that left me feeling like alone a lot of the time, you know? And he's a guy, and they don't really get that. And I understand that completely. But the bigger part of it was, and this is like a pro and a con. Like, it seemed perfect. I am this up-and-coming fashion designer in LA, and he is an up-and-coming filmmaker in LA. And for the past 3 years, he's been filming his first documentary, and he's worked so hard on it, and this has been his whole entire life, and I love it. And it's very exciting to see how he, what he's done. He's created this incredible baby, basically. This is his baby. So he's been filming for the past almost 3 years, and he met me 5 months ago, and he's literally been at the end of the project. Editing and all of the extra stuff, filming and shooting and traveling and this and that. It's a very busy life, and when you have a busy life and you're not an expert at balancing everything, then some of the things suffer. And and really at the end of the day, as amazing as he was and as happy as I wasn't happy completely, because I was not in the relationship that I wanted to be in. So that's essentially why I left. And it really shocked me how he reacted. I didn't really I knew that he was in love with me. We're both madly attracted and madly in love with one another. But when he said to me, "Don't expect me to take off my sunglasses anytime soon," that kind of shocked me. And in talking with him then, and then he wrote me a very beautiful email after when he got home, he told me how devastated he was and how us breaking up just hours prior to that seemed so unnatural because he had seen a future with me. And he had never seen that with anyone, the way that he saw a future with me. He wanted, I'm not going to get into the personal stuff, but I mean, I think if I was anyone else, I would stay because of the connection that we had, and you know, he, how a man is supposed to love a woman. Like, I have that, but it's not completely what I want, and my whole life I've allowed everyone to make decisions for me, and that ultimately has guided me to where they wanted. But as I've gotten older, I've understood the power that I have to change my own life circumstances, and this was just one of those decisions. Very difficult. It's been a very hard week, and I still cry about it. Um, but the lesson in my pain and the lesson in my life in this situation for you is to understand that you're given the feelings and the emotions and that gut instinct for a reason, and you have to follow that. You have to follow it if you want to end up in the place where you're ultimately meant to end up. And I don't know what is waiting for me on the other side of this. I have no idea. It could be nothing, and this could all be a big mistake, but I really don't think that it is. And just follow your heart and listen to it, and don't let anything ever get in the way of that. Okay? Thanks for listening, and stay tuned to Dream and the Girl.